We are. Well, for students in Pendleton, an exciting life skills day camp will be at Stillman Park next week.
That's right. It's all part of teaching kids throughout the summer in a day camp setting. Our good buddy Bary Roy joins us this morning with more on how you can become involved. Good morning, Bary.
Good morning to both of you. That's right, we're in Umatilla this morning because, well, they have this going on in Umatilla as well right here at McNary Elementary School. So if you haven't been in Umatilla and you're looking for something for your kids to do, it's a free event. It's pretty awesome. I'm joined by Giovanna Center this morning, and let's talk about this camp. It's an exciting life skills building class, or camp rather. Talk to us about what goes into this.
Okay, so a lot of the things that we do is skill building, and so we help the kids identify their emotions and do fun activities with it so they can have fun and talk about their feelings. And the whole purpose for them to identify their feelings is so they can learn in the classroom. So when they're healthy with their emotions, they're able to learn.
And so let's talk about what you want the kids to take away from a camp like this. They show up. What can they expect? What can they take away from this camp that's running currently? And, of course, in Pendleton next week.
Sure. Our program starts at 8:30 in the morning, and we start off with a wellness activity, which is usually stretching, some deep breathing techniques we can practice with them. And then we actually have the Umatilla County Public Health. They come in and they actually teach them some nutrition or health skills. One was them practicing how to floss, how to wash their hands, what are germs. And then we go into lunch, and they do a lot of free play as well, how they can get along with each other. And then we also teach them some skills of how to self-regulate their emotions. So if they're having an argument on the playground, we go there and try to help them work through those issues.
Let's talk about some of the things that we're holding here. So we're kind of holding some activities that you guys use here. Talk to us a little bit about the activities and the hands-on things that they get to learn about.
Sure. So one of the activities is, this is a thumb ball, and so the kids can toss it around when we're doing a big group, and then whatever their thumb lands on is the question that they answer. So like this one says, what makes me laugh? And so they share what makes them laugh, which is great, and then they all have fun with each other.
And so there's a lot of cool little activities and hands-on activities for kids to do here. So, of course, it's running right now in Umatilla. Of course, it runs next week in Pendleton. You can certainly go to our website, kvutv.com. Just click on news links for more information and for the registration process as well. Jade, we'll send it back to you in studio. It's a pretty fun camp. We'll have more for you, of course, in the next 30 minutes.
This morning with more about how you can get involved. Good morning, Bary.
Good morning to both of you. That's right. It's a very exciting camp that they're putting on right now in Umatilla. And, of course, we're going to be doing that in Pendleton over the course next week as well. Regina Eilertson joins me this morning. Let's talk about this and why this is so important to our areas.
Well, the community's kids often really struggle with challenges in being able to be maintained in classrooms. They struggle to learn because of simple issues like poverty, or maybe they had a tough time in the morning with their family and they're going to school, and it's just difficult for them to be present and learn when their stomach's rumbling or when they've had some of these basic challenges. And so we're really trying to help kids understand those feelings, those emotional experiences, those social experiences, and give them tools and resources to be able to manage those differently and better.
And so I'm going to have Matt scoot in here and kind of take a look at some of the things that are on the table here. Talk to me about some of these things that they're going to be able to do hands-on. What are some of the items that we have here on the table that the kids will be able to use?
We often use things like stories and games to help children give voice to their emotions. They have young brains and they're not able yet to oftentimes talk about those emotional experiences, just simply because they don't have the words. We'll see kids act out, and usually when kids act out, they're trying to act out those feelings and those thoughts that are difficult and troubling for them, and they don't know how to do it any other way. So what we'll teach them is how to express those emotions in healthy ways so that they have those skills.
And one of the things you guys have here, which we've been commenting on, is your emotional Jenga game here. Yeah. And so you kind of, what kids will do is they'll kind of see if I don't knock it over. I'm not really good at the, see if I'm, oh, this one's going to come out just nice. So let's just say here, as it says upset on here, so if a kid was to draw this, what's one of the things you'll talk about with drawing this?
So one of the things we would ask kids is, do you know what upset is? What does it look like? We might ask them to express that on their face and have them talk about times when they've been upset. And then also help the group and the children talk about times when they've dealt with that successfully, what they've noticed and what was different about those times, and give them skills and resources and tools to be able to manage that better.
All right, so I tell you, it's going to be a lot of fun, a real educational experience. It's happening in Pendleton next week, happening now. Umatilla, guys, we'll back to you in studio.